To Georgia State! To Georgia State!
Sitting here again talking about the same things.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a bit of time since we've last been on the YouTubes here on the FBS Report. But welcome, everybody. Welcome back to another grand episode of the FBS Report. We are almost at the end of March, which, if you know anything about what that means, it means that it's almost time for spring ball, spring games, and all the other stuff. So, but of course, before you can give your outlandish takes on your football team after watching the spring game, first, we got to watch your team suffer in March Madness. And there have been plenty of fan bases that are going through that experience. Ain't that right, Red?
You know what the word FBS means, Squid?
Yeah, tell us all about it.
It means Ohio State basketball. Every fucking time we end up drunkenly stumbling into March Madness, and then they step out on the court, and you know what you see on the fucking court, Squid? You know what you see? You see fucking bullshit.
Oh,
that's what
yeah.
we get. God damn. I give them a shred of hope that we make the tournament and our basketball team might just win one game. I don't expect them to win a national championship because we lost 3 games to that fucking team up north this year in basketball. That team who shall not be named. And nope, we get bounced by fucking God knows who from God knows where. I don't even remember it.
The Horned Frogs, baby. The Horned Shit posters got
you.
you.
Those fuckers. Yeah, we got bloodshot in our eyes. Yeah, that's fucking... Yeah.
It wouldn't have mattered. You'd be sitting in the same position regardless. You just would have gotten eviscerated by Duke instead.
Well, I would have rather have won one game and made it to Saturday and then get eviscerated by Duke than to just pack it up and go home, tails between our legs and, foot squarely up ass. But, I don't think how do the Lady Vols do, Squid? You want to tell us about that? The Lady Vols?
What are they?
The legendary Lady Volunteers of Tennessee, the ones that kind of put
I don't know what that is.
Women's basketball on the map in
legendary Lady Vols.
The lady,
never heard of her.
Yeah, no, they I heard they didn't do too well either. And you know what? Yeah, I'm going to roast the women because we love sports equally, men and women, and even the women are not immune from the shit. Ohio State women, by the way, they did okay. I don't know if they beat Notre Dame today or not, but
well, if they did it, you're gonna hear you're gonna hear all about it if they didn't. That's all I know. Getting us started with the 5 is Wild Dog.
Beat Ohio State women's basketball today. Please tell me they didn't.
Wild Dog says, "I respect Rick Pitino just like how he respects older women."
How does he respect older women?
Best to leave that one as is. Completely
shit.
unanswered. Nathan Tucker, get it with the 2, says 7th floor Miami, get out. I think I have the sound effect somewhere on here. Here it is. There you go.
We lost. Damn it.
Yeah. Ohio State goes home losers as well. Yeah.
We lost to the fucking Golden Domes. Well, I guess they're not wearing domes in women's basketball, are they?
Yeah. Well, you can join us right there with him. Yeah. So there's that for you. Yeah. Lady Vols are down horrendous right now.
On the baseball.
That's very well. Not entirely. Remember, we're still playing. We're in the Sweet 16, baby.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The men actually did something for once.
Yeah, that's right. Well, what do you mean for once? We've been in the Sweet 16 the last 4 years.
Okay, well, listen, buddy. I hate to tell you, but the SEC is currently getting smoked like a hog over the open fucking fire. Did you not see what happened to Florida? What happened to Vandy?
Florida, Vandy, Kentucky. I can laugh at all those. So you don't faze me talking about my rivals losing. Oh, Squid, you must be all bent out of shape because your rivals lost in basketball.
Yeah,
what?
I forget sometimes you're not an SEC homer.
Yeah, come on.
The way you act. All those Chick-fil-A milkshakes get me thinking other things. By the way, donate. Keep donating to the Milkshake Fund.
Do
I
that.
can also get some money in the Whiskey Fund. It's needed. We're
Shout out
almost out of whiskey.
to Mr. Iron1798 with the 5 says, get ready, Squid Boy, to get slimed by the Ohio State Cyclones. Hashtag feels like 44.
Did you say Ohio State or Iowa State?
I said Iowa State.
It sounded like Ohio State Cyclones.
Oh, you must be hearing something. You get those ear checked.
I got my bell rung by Notre Dame apparently, so it's probably
clearly. Degenosis, Kansas, and Florida, Lamau. Yeah, I can't believe some of those games from these past 2 days have been absolute peak entertainment.
Oh yeah,
especially that Kansas St. John's game. That finish at the end there, peak basketball right there, peak cinema basketball.
Good shit.
Did I say Ohio State Cyclones?
You did. I knew you did. I know I don't have CTE that bad. Yeah,
brain aneurysm. What else can I say? maybe there is some of that coming in. I don't know. Maybe my migraine is still affecting me because Virginia did give me a hell of a migraine. I can't believe the ending of that game either. We tried our absolute hardest to lose that game. Well, that isn't really saying much because we're always trying to lose, but like,
yeah, it's a damning and why for Tennessee,
right? The fact that we didn't, I mean, how's like that's actually crazy. Poor Miami of Ohio. Remember that Miami Ohio hype train? Remember that?
Yeah, the hype train
times.
that got derailed by in the middle of the fucking MAC tournament and then fully crashed out this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Won all their regular season games and then decided that was the season. A postseason, not for me.
Yeah, it turns out when you're forced to only play, cupcakes and cannon fodder, that's kind of what you end up becoming. You are what you eat after all. Like one day you're going to end up like a big, giant, tasty milkshake or incredibly obese. Hard to say which.
Potentially so. All right, well, we will have plenty of time to discuss March Madness, among other things, in this show. First, there is a new thing that we got to talk about in regards to new rules. Don't you guys love rules? I'm sure you do. Well, we got a new one established over here. Well, first off, I do want to go ahead and shout Nathan Tucker with the 5 says, to all the people on the Florida Gators basketball team, they should be ashamed of themselves. You lost to Iowa. Cue the clown music.
Oh, shit. Fine,
there you go. That works well enough. Yeah, don't worry. We'll clown him. But I'm waiting. I'm waiting for our special guest to join us here on tonight's show. He'll be here within the next few minutes, I imagine. So until then, we'll talk about this new rule change that the NCAA has established.
Yep. Urinals now no longer have wall dividers.
Exactly. Who would have seen this coming? They have adjusted the targeting penalties with a big rule change starting in the 2026 season. And, well, basically all you need to know is that a targeting penalty will no longer automatically suspend a player for the next game. So that is very, very important to know. So before this rule, as you guys know, whenever a player gets, kicked off for targeting in the second half of a game, they're also booted for the first half of the next game. Well, that is no longer the case. If a player is ejected for targeting at any point during the game, you won't receive any punishment for the next one unless you do it again in the same season. If you're caught for a second targeting penalty in that season, then they will kick you out for one half of the next game. And if you dare do it a third time, which has never happened, at least from my knowledge, I'm sure
you get lined up at the wall and shot.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm sure there's going to be some Georgia Bulldog or Missouri Tiger in the distant future that'll break that rule. But
someone's going to go full Vontez perfect or some shit.
Something like that. But anyway, yeah, if you were to break it a third time, then you're ejected for the entirety of the next game. But to be honest, if you're caught for 3 targeting penalties in a season, I think you just need to sit out for the rest of the year.
I still hate this rule.
Down horrendous.
I still hate this rule. I don't think that, especially if it's incidental contact, there should be an ejection in any form in general, because this is a high-speed, fast-paced game, and sometimes shit's just going to happen and you don't intend it to happen. I've hated the targeting rule. I remember when it first came out, and I was fucking hating everything about it. It's the one thing in college football that if I was in charge, I would abolish immediately. The only thing I would keep from the targeting rule is if it's flagrant. If it's a flagrant helmet to helmet, and it's like, okay, he obviously had a chance to pull up and he didn't, then, well, in that case, yeah, throw his ass out of the game and, whatever, depending on the severity of it. You can put that 3-strike in. But to still throw a guy out of the game for helmet-to-helmet contact, I still don't like it. You could easily just have it be a 15-yard penalty and fucking move on, because it's just, I think it's overkill. I've always thought it was overkill. I know back in the day, the first couple years of it, I thought, okay, it's overkill, but eventually they'll lift it because players will learn. And it took them a fucking decade to ease it. But it's kind of like trying to take burnt toast and then you crush it up into croutons, put on a salad. It's still burnt toast. You know what I mean? It doesn't make it any better.
That makes sense. No, it doesn't really. Yeah, the thing about targeting is that you're basically putting all of that into the hands of ref ball. And while this is a lighter punishment, it's still in the hands of ref ball.
Yeah. Ideally in football, you want the refs involved as little as possible.
Well, that goes for all sports. You should have seen how many people were crying yesterday and the day before about the refs in the basketball games.
People are always crying about refs in basketball. That's why I don't watch a ton of it. Everyone towards the final 2 minutes of the game, it's like, okay, foul him, beep, foul him,
well,
beep, foul him.
No. The last 2 minutes of most close basketball games are pretty much just foul mania.
Yeah, and I hate it.
Yeah, it's awful.
We had I can understand in football, but fuck. Basketball?
Yeah, we had one play, and people are going to mention this about the Tennessee-Virginia game. On the last play, or not the last play, but one of the last plays, one of Virginia's last possessions, I think what happened was he was going for a layup, and then Virginia, I guess they missed it, I think is how that went down. They missed it, and while everybody was right there trying to get their hands on the ball, but then it tipped away, and then it flew all the way out of bounds. And they're saying that it touched a Tennessee guy last. But from the looks of it, for what they saw, they thought it touched a Virginia guy's hand last. And there wasn't enough disputable evidence to overturn it. They kept the foul, and basically that won Tennessee the game. And so many people lost their minds over it, but you're going to have all this. Yeah. What's up?
Your Tennessee Volunteers need to take some of that fucking voodoo and put it on their football team. So that way you guys wouldn't fucking lose to your rivals next season.
Who did that?
You really stretched out the pause on that one, you fucker.
I mean, hell,
that was a good one.
We beat one of our rivals.
Yeah,
I hear it,
but you didn't beat Vandy.
Yeah, well, okay. Says the guy who lost to Michigan 4 years in a row. I don't want to hear it.
But we beat them last season, you fucker.
And what's that all-time record look like, though?
Shut the fuck up, okay? We're working on it, okay? It doesn't help when they win the first 20 games in 1900, okay? Just
Tough luck. I don't know what to tell you. First off, we have a couple of super chats here. Taco with the 3, very generous, says, at least Miami of Ohio beat an ACC team in the first 4. Yeah, shout out to SMU. Made them feel good about themselves.
I forgot SMU was in the ACC. God damn it.
Arctic Phoenix with the 2. Did you see the women's hockey championship?
No,
I did not.
Hang on, who? Let me check. No spoilers in the chat.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Wild Dog says, shout out to the Florida Gators for leaving the center that wide open in the corner, and then the little dweeb of a point guard not even attempting a layup. Oh yeah, that was some. I thought at the end there that Billy Napier took over, because that was some of the worst mismanaged coaching in the final 30 seconds of that game by Todd Golden. I don't know what he was thinking.
Squid.
Right, well, what? Yeah, what's up?
We got a problem.
What?
The fuckers in chat got me.
Damn. Oh,
Yeah.
they got you. Dang.
Yeah,
You can't win anything in nowadays. That's
come
tough.
on, ladies. What the fuck are we doing? I
That's
mean, they
real
did
tough.
win like 2 years ago, so I understand. But then Wisconsin's won 2 in a row now.
Man, you got beat down by the cheese curds in the Frozen Four.
But this
that's
is their game. I
impressive.
can't be that mad. Like Wisconsin kind of dominates hockey. Okay, like Minnesota, Wisconsin, New England, all them fuckers. They
Well,
dominate.
generally, it's the Big Ten that dominates hockey because usually it's Michigan that kind of runs that.
Yeah, well,
But that's men's hockey, so I guess that doesn't necessarily count.
don't tell Denver that. But anyway,
Yeah. Anyway, we do have a special guest awaiting in the back room. He's been waiting very patiently for his introduction here.
It
And
could make them wait a little longer just to be assholes.
no. He's waited all too long.
All
So
right.
man's a very special individual, not just because he's one of the only good Georgia Bulldog fans that I know. And believe me,
fuck.
I don't know of many of those.
I carry no weight.
Yeah, but he's also a champion. And a champion of what, you ask?
You know
Well,
what?
the greatest trophy of all, the Slob Olympics.
Oh yeah.
This man carried home the Slob Olympics trophy. I don't know where it's at. I'm hoping to see it, but let me introduce our special guest of today's FBS Report, Mr. VikTube Productions. How's it going?
Yeah. Good evening.
Good to see you, buddy. Well,
Yeah,
first off, before anything, tell us, how does it
thank
feel to be a
you,
champion?
Yeah. Thanks for inviting me, Squid. And to be a champion, I mean, yeah, it feels pretty damn good. I mean,
Can we see the trophy?
yeah. Hold on, I'll need to do a little bit of rearranging. Just give me a second.
What the hell does a Slav Olympics trophy look like? Does it look like fucking
you're gonna love it.
converted beer bottle into an Olympic torch?
Yeah, you'll see. Dan Wolf at the 2 says, Vic, you could always win track and field A. He could. I believe it.
How big is this fucking trophy? It looks like he's struggling over there.
No, it is. It's a pretty big trophy. You'd
How
be
big is-
surprised.
Good lord. I didn't know you had to be the world's strongest man to
Alright.
lift the fucker.
Yeah, so I moved the trophy. Now I gotta get the
You had to move
computer
the trophy.
turned around.
Oh my. This must be legendary.
Oh, it is.
Yep, there it
There
is.
it
Holy
is.
shit. Look at that fucker.
They call it the Golden Blue Dude Memorial Trophy.
Whoa.
I didn't choose the slob lifestyle. The slob
There we go.
lifestyle chose me.
Is that
There
a
we
traveling
go.
trophy?
It
Yeah,
is.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
traveling
that's
trophy,
sick.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he is
Oh.
our, let's see, the 6th champion of the Slob Olympics.
Damn. Congratulations. That's a hell of an honor.
A big honor. Well, congratulations on that regard, Mr. VikTube. I finished top 5 at least. So that's a big plus.
I wanted to go, but I had even if I didn't have other stuff going on, I would not have been able to go. I was fucking dying this past weekend.
I hear that. Well, we'll get you next year. How about that?
Sounds like a
Yeah.
plan.
All right. Well, Vic, before we continue, I do have to ask, you being a Georgia fan, I'd ask you on all else, what in the world happened in that March Madness game against St. Louis? So how did it happen again? You did the same thing against Gonzaga the year before, and here you come back the very next year and lay another egg. What's happening?
I know. Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. I mean, yeah, they just put belt to ass on us. I mean, and we were missing. We were just missing all these shots left and right. I mean, it was embarrassing. But I mean, St. Louis is I mean, they're a really good team. But
What the fuck is a Billiken anyway?
and they were just the better team. I mean, they had that white guy, that Larry Nerd, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yeah.
that
Kareem
dude was
Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
God damn. I love it.
real tough. Well, hey,
Yeah.
there is a silver lining to this past week, and it's the fact that Florida lost too.
Hell
So you
yeah.
got to take that for what it's worth, right? Damn. Florida's
Yeah.
down horrendous, Vic. Do you know that?
Yeah, I did know that. They're are they still a basketball school?
Never was. They only claim they were to make
Well,
themselves feel better.
They were last year, but
Well, I guess yeah. Well, they called themselves like a basketball school, basketball program.
yeah,
But then
Tennessee is a baseball school. Yeah.
No, we're trying. But they dropped that narrative after John Sumrall came in because they're like, oh my goodness, John Sumrall, he's the guy. He's the guy that'll lead us to destiny. Meanwhile, literally, he hasn't done anything yet.
Yeah, that's Octavian talking.
He's like, John Sumrall, he's the guy. He's the guy that's going to lead us all the way home. And like all he's done is recruit a couple of people. Can we back it up at least a little bit to some extent?
Yeah, we haven't heard from Octavian, but yeah, I got a feeling we're gonna be hearing from him soon. With spring practice starting up. So
absolutely, yeah, spring practice rolling up. They did this exact same thing last year. Remember, they saw DJ Lagway throw one football, and they were convinced that he was winning 25 Heismans.
Yeah, kind of like Tennessee fans with Nico. Yeah.
Well, I
yeah, not
I didn't
you,
think
but,
I
mean, not you, but
there were Tennessee fans who legitimately thought Nico was bringing home a Heisman Trophy. Yeah, no, Peyton didn't do it, but yeah, Nico Amadalevi is the guy. Yeah,
Peyton didn't win the Heisman because he had a really good fucking players around him. Also competing for the Heisman those couple of years. Coming a runner-up in those 2 seasons when he was in the race for it. It's not an awful thing.
No, not at all. But yeah, no, I'm still going to remain salty about it for the foreseeable future.
It's been how many years, Squid? Damn near 20 years since that happened.
Yeah, no, I'm so salty. I'm so salty about something I wasn't even alive to witness.
Yeah, 27 years ago. Yeah,
it's like me getting pissed off about Michigan beating Ohio State, and then Northwestern somehow winning the Big Ten championship of the Pros. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Boy, that's real tough. That's real tough. Well, Vic, what did you think of this? Because I guess I could ask this question. In regards to this last season overall, Indiana winning the title, all the really good games that we had, and I guess Georgia too. What did you think of this past season overall?
Well, I mean, we did exactly what we did in 2024, as in 2025, we lost to Alabama, won the SEC, got a first round bye, and then went one and done in the playoffs. So yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, about that, wouldn't you, Red? But that isn't so would I. We all know a thing or two about that. Yeah. It's a stinger. It's a stinger.
At least we won one title last year.
Oh yeah, we lost to Ole Miss just like 2024. So yeah.
But you did beat them once.
I mean, yeah, we've lost 2 of the last 3 to Ole Miss. So yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I hate the guy and I wish he'd go tomorrow, and 10 being he's God among earth, what would you rate Kirby Smart as your head coach right now?
Right now, well, yeah, he's not. Yeah, I mean, he's not perfect. I probably have to give him a 9 out of 10. I mean.
That's fair.
Fair assumption.
You did. Yeah. You all did win back-to-back titles a couple years ago with Kirby.
Won back-to-back natties. Yeah, so I really can't complain. So
against the Saban tide too.
Right. For me, here's the thing. For me, if you had asked me this question 2 weeks ago, I would have said a 9. But then now I would have said an 8 because I don't know if you heard, Vic, but Kirby said some really, really stupid things in the press conference he had.
Oh yeah, lately. You mean about how if you have you donate more money, if we can get the glory fund to grow to grow 3 times, then we'll wear an an alternate uniform.
I'm sorry, but that's absolutely insane. That Georgia's one of the most richest football programs in the country, not just in talent or in anything else, but in money. And
Exactly. Yeah,
somebody
even
asked him to
Kirby's
wear just one alternate uniform, and his response is, "Oh well, we're going to need more money for that. I don't think we have the funds for it." What?
What the fuck? How
So what? So what's
cannot be that
so
expensive?
what's worse? So what's worse, that or the talent fee?
I think they all kind of fall under the same branch at this point. Both are begging their hard-working fans for their money. Oh yeah, you just got working. You're 9 to 5, boy. You must be real exhausted. All right, give it all to me. Come on.
Yeah, shaking that can. Yeah.
You want to see your football team go 8-4? Come here. I'm gonna need some of that. I'm gonna need some of that. That's so. Yeah, at least with y'all, you're getting actual results like an SEC title every now and then. We're getting 8-4 and losing to Illinois in the who gives a shit up my ass bowl. So I'm not very pleased. For
Also known as the
regards to
Music
that.
Shitty Bowl.
Yeah, well, there's a reason why I didn't even want to say it. It doesn't deserve to have a name.
You're just lost.
Of course, I'm pissed that they lost. I'd be pissed either way. But then again, going back to Mr. Kirby Mouse, I think, in all honesty, him coming out and saying something like that is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, again, think about how much money you're getting already. Should be putting that money in the driver's head. Exactly right. Exactly right. This guy gets it.
Yes, he's right. Yeah, we already had 3. Well, I think we've had 4, at least 4 arrests. I think 3 of them were traffic. You know, one of them was a guy property damage, kicking down doors, and then we had one guy who got kicked off the team for all kind of stuff, for running from the police, and he got child endangerment. I guess he had his kid in the car with him.
That's
and,
the most
he got kicked off the
that.
team.
Wow.
And then we had 2 guys who were racing, but they did not get kicked off the team. So
yeah, at this point, I'd ask
what
should you do about that? But there ain't much else you can do. You're kicking these guys off of the team so that Purdue can take them. So
yeah,
there isn't much else you can do in this situation other than just accept it as it is.
Yeah,
You just got to hope your best talents on the team don't go through with doing that.
I mean, hey, on the bright side, if they go to Purdue, they can't wreck a train that easily, right? Already wrecked.
yeah.
Ain't nobody driving up there. That's for certain.
Yeah.
I drove up to Purdue once.
Oh God,
Had to escape a snowstorm trying to leave.
Yeah.
Top things to do in Purdue University. Number 1, leave.
Number 2, 100 miles an hour out of town, you're gonna get sucked in by a snowstorm.
So the same thing I just said.
Well, no, that genuinely happened. I had to escape a goddamn snowstorm. I woke up an hour late after we went to the Indiana Purdue Old Oak and Bucket game, and I wake up and there's an inch of snow on the ground. And it's coming down harder than Hades, and I'm like, "Mo, we gotta go."
I gotta get out of here.
Hit the gas and hope. We actually about wrecked her car too. She was pissed. We had to slow down a roundabout, and suddenly you hear that do 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 because I'm doing fucking Tokyo Drift around the fucking roundabout, trying not to crash it.
Oh no! Was your car at least an all-wheel drive?
It was her car, and it's a Toyota Corolla. So no,
2-wheel drive.
we
Yes,
are
2
wheeling it, motherfucker.
Yeah,
2-wheeling it.
that's good luck with that. Yeah, no, I know for like rear wheel drives, for example. My brother used to have one of those, and yeah, even in rain conditions, that thing would just it'd be the hardest thing to control you've ever had to control ever.
Yeah. Like, am I driving a vehicle or ice skates over here? Like, what the fuck?
They're doing one of them. All right, Vic, I wanted to ask you. So we talked about this right before you got on the show, but it's in regards to the new targeting penalty.
Yeah, I heard y'all
changed.
talking about it. Yeah.
Okay, well, what's your thoughts on it?
Well, they're not. So they're not gonna suspend players for the second half anymore.
I think they're going to suspend them for the second half of the game that they get the penalty called on, but they're not going to suspend them for the next game.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they would still be disqualified for the remainder of the game, but it won't carry over to the next game.
Correct. That's
Yeah, I think that.
right.
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah. I'm cool with that. Yeah.
Spectacular. Yeah, no, I think it needed to change like that. That seemed necessary in my eyes.
Still a bad
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Usually, I don't feel like they should be ejecting for every targeting. Yeah. I think they should, like in the NFL where it's like a 2-tiered system. There's like like more common ones, that don't carry an ejection, only have the ejection for the more egregious ones.
Yeah, like it should be flag if it's a helmet-to-helmet contact, 15 yards, and then you only call flagrant auto eject one if you believe it's flagrant, and then you can review it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's Georgia's culture. You can't fix that. Kind of like Ohio State being Michigan's son.
What the fuck is this show anymore?
You tell me. You're the one who started this.
No,
Yeah.
motherfucker. I remember clearly you coming to my vacation cabin in Gatlinburg and saying, hey, so I got an idea.
No, I meant today's show, not the whole show in general, you jackass. Oh my goodness.
We're going to get stupid rich, Red, I tell you.
I believe you.
Put
I
on
believe
Florida
you.
State versus Duke while we talk about this.
Sure. Vic. All right, well, moving on from that, I do have to ask. So going into this year, there's a lot of coaches on the hot seat going into this year. Which one would you say is surefire going to get the can this season?
Who's definitely getting fired?
If you had to pick
Let's
one
see.
coach.
If I had to pick one coach, well, I mean, this would have been a lot easier last year.
That's true.
If you'd asked me last year, about this year, I don't know, maybe Shane Beamer, maybe.
Shane Beamer. That's a good one.
Shane Beamer.
Yeah, Shane Beamer. Yeah, no, he's definitely
Shane
somewhere on the
Beamer.
list for the SEC. Excuse
Yeah, I
me.
mean Jackpot. Yeah, I mean Jackpot. Is ready to fire him. So.
Yeah, no, definitely. In the SEC, there aren't many coaches that are set to get fired since most of them already did get canned.
Yeah, and then also Jeff Levy. Yeah, he could get fired too if Mississippi State doesn't make a bowl game. I think that Spin has been saying that he expects him to be fired during the season this year. So.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, we had Red. You missed it, but we had several conversations while we were at the slobs about like I would go around and ask people what they think of their team. We know a guy, me and Victor know a guy named Mr. Huffer Billy Paw, and I asked him what he thinks about Clemson at the current stage. And he's like, Clemson's friggin' dog shit. He was drunk out of his ass to be truthful.
Well, drunk mind speaks sober thoughts. So
that's exactly right. No, he was telling me about Clemson sucks. Dabo has his head stuck in his own ass. He's going to get fired. That whole thing. So if he's right, Dabo could be the one getting out this year, and that would be something.
I'm still betting on Mike Norvell at Florida State to be getting the axe fairly quickly after when the season begins, because Florida State, they're on their last. They have to be on the last straw with Mike after the bullshit of the last 2 seasons. Missed bowl season twice in a row. You're fucking embarrassment. You fail to rebuild completely. You have one shiny moment against Alabama that probably saved his fucking job last year. And now it's like, okay, what are you going to do this year? Because you got to do the return game against Alabama now, and you're about to get creamed in Tuscaloosa. So, Mike, pack your bags.
Yeah,
put your ass on the curb.
Yeah, I got another one. What about Dave Aranda?
Yeah, you know what's funny? You know what's funny about that? How funny would it be? Because now he's got DJ Wrongway. Imagine DJ Wrongway gets 2 coaches fired throughout his career. Now that would be an accomplishment.
That's a coach killer quarterback right there.
I could see it. Who knows? Yeah, if they have another dud of a season.
Yeah, 'cause I know Baylor man has been calling for his job. So.
Well, yeah, he came in highly touted from LSU, did great work as defensive coordinator over there, and ever since he got to Baylor, what fucking defense have they had besides a wet paper bag?
Yeah, I think their second year they were good under Aranda. They won the Big 12, but other than that, I mean, they've just been mediocre to terrible. I mean,
yeah, I call him Schrodinger's coach, and for good reason. Fired and extended on a consistent basis every single year.
Yeah, but if you're going to talk about coaches on the hot seat, you have to talk about Lincoln Riley at USC. You have to. We got no choice. Like
Lincoln
literally
Riley,
every goddamn year. I didn't even see that comment. Every goddamn year I've been saying his ass is going to get fired. His ass is going to get fired. This is it. And this year's going to be really it, because USC, if they don't make any fucking progress, their patience is about fucking fed up.
Well, that's another thing. Several USC fans have already asked me about the Gary Patterson hire. And in any other program, that's a really good hire. Here's the problem. Is a Lincoln Riley defense we're talking about here.
Yeah.
He's brought in about 500 different guys to coach his defense. And despite the names, despite the talent, despite all the, all of the experience, none of them ain't any good. So eventually you realize at some point after the 500th coaching hire that winds up being a dud, maybe this isn't on the coordinators. Maybe this is on the head man.
Agreed. Because you look back at Lincoln Riley's track record, his days in Oklahoma, he really didn't do well. And, once he lost all the players that certain Stoops recruited for him at Oklahoma. Because the second he lost Caleb Williams at USC, and even the last season with Caleb Williams at USC.
Yeah, they went 7-5. Yeah,
after he won a fucking Heisman? Are you shitting me?
Big dud. And they've been a big dud for as long as we can remember. I mean, they had a pretty decent year last season, but it's the same problems as always. Can't field the defense, and it wounds up being their downfall in every single freaking game. Nothing's ever changed.
Trying to chase the glory years of 20 years ago with Pete Carroll, and they're too blind.
Yeah, Reggie Bush. Yeah.
And Reggie Bush getting his free apartments and limousine rides and all that shit, which cost him the Heisman.
Yeah. Funny enough, I think we'll be having this exact same conversation about Lincoln Riley the very next season, because I think this recruiting class is probably going to end up saving him. They have the top recruiting class in the land. They can't, because if they go through firing him, they know damn well that they're losing at least 75%, if not more, of that class. Yeah, they're going to lose at least like 30% anyway in the first year, because most of those guys are probably going to bounce to the portal for teams that desperately need day one players. But there's still like a significant amount of talent that they would be losing if they decide to kick Lincoln Riley to the curb.
Right, but you can make that argument for a lot of big name schools that are like on the edge and just trying not to fall into the fucking abyss. You fire the head coach, you're tumbling out of the weeds. Well, Penn State fired
Dave Doran.
Dave Doran fruit. Oh man. Yeah, that's a tough one, but I think he's given himself a bit of leeway after this year. Not a lot of it, but I think he needs to tank like pretty damn bad in order, because they've been happy with mediocrity for over a decade now.
I was going to say, yeah. Standards are different.
How long you been there? He's been there a long time. Yeah.
So
I think he's coming on like 13 years.
Yeah.
I think this is year 13. I could be wrong about that, but that's what it sounds like. Either way, though, he's been there for too damn long.
Yeah.
So is Kirk Ferentz at Iowa, but they ain't firing his ass.
No, nope. I said it last year, and I'm surprised they didn't go through with it. I thought
Iowa doesn't fire coaches.
No, I thought he was going to retire, but he still hasn't.
Yeah,
he's being there until the day he perishes, I guess.
His name Fry, or his name was that
Brent Pry.
Yeah. He was there for like 30 years, and Kirk Ferentz has been there for like 20-something years, and yeah.
Yeah, if we're talking about Brent Pry, though, he's funny enough. He got fired from Virginia Tech last year.
I was talking about the coach before at Iowa before.
Yeah, I know, but you said Brent Pry, so I just
I meant who was the guy who was there? I
Hayden something.
I forgot. Oh yeah, Hayden Fry.
Yeah, that's okay. Or Red misspoke. I had to talk about Brent Pry for a minute. Yep, gets us all from now and then. Yeah, so that's the way it goes. I'm surprised nobody's mentioned his name yet, Mr. Mike Norvell from the Tank Knowles.
I did mention him, dipshit.
You did?
Yeah, like 5 minutes ago.
DTE. I could have sworn I thought we just kind of glossed over it because somebody said Mike Norvell and then we just didn't go back to it. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Are they too broke? Are they too broke to fire him?
Last year they were too broke to fire his ass. That's for sure.
Yeah, and Wisconsin was too. That's why they didn't fire Luke Fickell.
Yeah, I can't believe with all the coaches getting fired last year that Luke Fickell did not get fired.
They had one of the toughest schedules in the country, and they didn't have a solid quarterback, and they had a lot of excuses to save his ass. Simply put.
Well, that sounds like a Wisconsin problem to me. They went into the season knowing they had no quarterback room.
They should have told Alabama, "Hey, series off. We'll play FCS cannon fodder."
That wouldn't have done him any good. I'll tell you what. Very, very highly doubt it.
Here's the thing with Luke Fickell, like he is a good coach, and I say this because I live near Cincinnati, and I'm a Buckeye fan. I've seen this guy work for the better part of a decade and more. So like he knows how to be a good head coach. He's worked at some of the top programs in the country. He was an interim at Ohio State between Tressel and Meyer, navigated that, and somehow they still made a bowl game after it. And then he went to Cincinnati, took him to a fucking playoff game at Cincinnati. And then he goes to Wisconsin and they fucking tank. Something tells me he's one of the few head coaches I'll look at and be like, you know what, man? I don't know if this is fully your fault. I feel like this is more of an institutional problem at Wisconsin that goes back to the days when they lost Barry Alvarez and then they had a fucking stroke and they didn't know what the fuck to do after that.
Fair enough. I mean, to each their own, but I think it's not going to matter.
It's definitely some of his fault. He hired some shitty coordinators at first, and he tried to implement a system that wasn't Wisconsin football.
I just can't figure out why in the world he would bring like a guy like Billy Edwards on the squad, for example, because he looked terrible at Maryland, absolutely dog water. I'm trying to figure out what part of that.
It's got to be the academics. Wisconsin is a higher academic standard.
Oh yeah, I want some of that. No
academic standards. Yep.
Probably.
That's got to be the only reason because they're almost like Northwestern with their academic acceptances. Like you would think Wisconsin and how much we joke about them and drinking and all that bullshit. You think that they're the same league as like Georgia in terms of like accepting students, but no, actually they try to be prestigious about themselves before they get pissed drunk on a Sunday morning. So that's part of the problem. They have higher standards, which I think famously what's his name, who left Wisconsin pretty quickly in the mid 2000s complained about saying that.
You mean Brett Bielema?
No, not him. The guy that came after him. He left Wisconsin because he was complaining that his recruits that he wanted to get in Southern California were not smart enough to come to Wisconsin.
Didn't you do a video on them?
Unfortunately, and it was quite funny.
Very comical indeed. Will not argue that. Alrighty then. Yeah, no, I think we've listed off a lot of the names that are like.
Yeah, what about
Mike
Norvell?
Yeah, what about Mike Norvell? Red, why didn't you ever say that, Red?
Fuck both of you. Jesus Christ. We're moving on.
Yeah. Well, anyway, here, why don't we go ahead and get this part started? So we do this with every guy here on the show. A couple of things we do with every guy here on the show, but it's time. It's your turn. You get to go through this year's schedule for your team, Vic.
Okay.
To give just a preview or a prediction about what you think they're going to do.
Okay.
Put that on the screen. Of course, I'm talking about the Mouses themselves, the Georgia Bulldogs.
All right.
And, well, unfortunately for you, Vic, you lost one of your you lost one of your gimmies per year. Tennessee's not on your schedule.
No.
Tough luck there.
Nope. Yeah,
You
I'm
gotta
gonna.
play the
Yeah, I'm gonna
impenetrable
miss.
Tennessee State.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss. Yeah, I'm gonna miss playing you guys every year. Yeah.
Yeah, it is going to be weird that we're not
Yes.
playing.
This will be the first time. This will be the first time in my lifetime that we have not played Tennessee. So.
Yeah, that's going to throw me off when the season
This is gonna
starts.
be the first time Ohio State.
I mean, anyway, of course, we got Gunnar Stockton coming back at Gunnar Stockton, really good quarterback. Yep, y'all got a really good quarterback. That Gunnar Stockton, probably gonna win the Heisman. Yep. Yeah, that's what Trump said about him. Yeah.
Oh God,
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my
Anyway,
he's gonna win the Heisman. It's gonna be great.
yeah.
We're getting way off the mark here, fellas. Well, the good news is here, Vic. Whatever happens with your offense this season, you get 2 tune-up games, or probably 3 to start the season. Tennessee State and Western Kentucky. I imagine you can handle business there. Sometimes y'all like to play with your food a bit and then let those teams hang around for way too long.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. And then you play Arkansas on the road. I'm pretty confident saying that you'll win all 3 of those.
Yeah, pig time, yeah.
Good old pig time, yeah.
Dogs do love bacon, after all.
Nothing wrong with that.
Time.
But then here's a really tough one on the 26th here, your 4th game. You do get them in Athens, but yeah, Oklahoma coming to town. That is going to be an interesting game because wasn't the last time you played them the 2017 Rose Bowl?
Yeah, yes, it was. Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, I don't think it'll be near as entertaining as that was, but this is still pretty. It'll still be a pretty fun game, especially since Oklahoma's got some significant talent coming back on their own. They could give you all some trouble.
Yeah. No, I think we beat Oklahoma. Yeah, I think we can stop their quarterback. So it's anyway. Yeah. We'll win. Shit, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot his name. Shit, I'm having a brain fart here.
You're talking about John Maturd.
Yes, John Maturd. Yes, I think that we'll be able to stop him. Yeah, I'm not afraid of him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of John Maturd. So
this could be a struggle for you. Vandy, and now I say this because it could be a potential trap game because right after this matchup against Vandy, you've got to go into Tuscaloosa to face Bama, and that could be a really tough one. You might be caught looking ahead.
Right, we got to talk about Vandy first.
Yeah, right. Interesting narrative here. So my guess is that I don't know who they're going to start at quarterback, but it could be Jared Curtis, and he stole him from y'all.
Yes, Vandy's.
That's going to be interesting.
You went. He stiffed us to go to Vandy. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're gonna get our revenge. We'll make him pay.
Ooh, all right, fighting words. And then Bama in Tuscaloosa.
At Alabama, yeah, we're losing. We're losing to
that was quick.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I just can't pick us to beat them in the regular season until I actually see us do it. I mean,
that's very fair. Can't argue with that statement. Hey, but then you get a tune-up game at home before your bye week against Auburn. That's always
Auburn.
Fun.
No problem. Yeah,
you'll score at least 100 on them. Tim Banks is their defensive coordinator now.
Oh yeah, How does Tim Banks still have a job?
We lost it. You just happened to find another one in the dumpster.
Yeah.
Auburn went dumpster.
Still have a job.
Just the
still have a job.
How did I not make that a stinger? I need to make that a stinger. I'll have that ready next time. But yeah, no. I mean, Alex Golish is coming in as their head coach, so they'll probably put up some points, especially since they've got an offense now. But yeah, no, their defense is going to let up. If they score 50 on Georgia, they're going to let up 52. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, probably.
All right, and then you got your bye week, of course, before good old Jacksonville. Well, actually,
Florida.
no, this one's not. This one's not in Jacksonville. This one's
Nope,
actually
it's in.
in
fuckers get a
Mercedes.
home game
Stadium.
in Florida
It's in
next 3
Atlanta. I'm mad about that. I mean, yeah, they moved
Rightfully
the game.
so.
They moved the game because of they're renovating the stadium in Jacksonville. So this should have been, this should have been a home and home.
This would have been.
Yeah,
their
we should
opportunity
have
to make it
been
a campus brawl.
been playing in Athens and Gainesville just to try it out because because this is the end of our contract with Jacksonville. So I miss the opportunity to test it out, do a home and home, and then then decide if we want to keep it at home and home.
Right,
But instead of playing it in what is it in Atlanta and Tampa? I mean,
Atlanta and Tampa.
I mean, why? Could have done Athens and Gainesville, but yeah.
Because they want to keep the neutral site thing going, which again,
Special.
don't like it.
It's not neutral. It's not neutral in Atlanta and Tampa. I mean,
I don't understand it. They're so scared to schedule them for conference games. Or schedule them for campus games. I mean, it's ridiculous. Okay, now tell me what you think about this one. So that after this matchup against Florida, you've got to go into Ole Miss, going to try and get revenge on the Rebels.
We're in trouble. They got Trinidad and Tobago is back. So
for right now, he is. Yeah, it's going to be intriguing if he sticks around for the entirety of the off season.
Yeah, I'm really worried about that one. We might lose that one too. Yeah.
Now, it would be funny if the NCAA suddenly pulls a fast one late in the off season, right before like fall camp, and they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we just ruled he's no longer eligible to play," and then they
can't do that. The courts would have to do that. The NCAA would have to win. They would have to win their appeal. So it's it's no longer up to them.
That's what I'm saying, though. The courts could go back and look at that.
Yeah, the courts. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
that one's gonna be a battle.
Yeah.
All right, well then, after that you get Missouri at home.
Yeah, we'll win. Yeah, we'll win those last three: Missouri, South Carolina, Georgia Tech. I mean,
Oh, you're confident in beating Georgia Tech too?
I know. I mean, 2 years ago, I mean that we went to 8 overtimes. That was their chance, and they blew it. Yeah, really, we should have lost that game, but we really didn't. We really didn't deserve to win, but we won anyway. So.
Y'all should have lost last season, frankly. Not even looking at the multiple overtime game a couple of years ago. I'm talking about last season where your offense really didn't show the fuck up, and I think what was the final score? Something like low score.
It was like 16 to. It's like was it like 16 to?
Yeah, if Tech's offense actually arrived at the stadium that day, y'all would have lost.
It's like
16 to 9
when they're on.
Yeah, 16 to 9. Yeah, we kept them. We held them out of the end zone. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, your defense is the only reason why you won that game, bar none.
Yeah, no, take Haynes King out of the equation, and Georgia Tech just straight up becomes useless.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and Haynes King is gone now. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is
without Haynes King, I don't really give him much of a chance to really, do anything this year. Really,
they got Fernando Mendoza's brother.
Yeah, they'll probably. They'll probably still make a bowl game. I mean, they're not gonna fall off a cliff, but
no, they've made too much progress over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I think they'll probably go. They'll probably get 6 or 7 wins. Yeah.
I had to. Sorry. All right. Yeah, poor choice of words. Yeah. Well, from what you said, Vic, this is looking like your standard 10-2, 11-1 season for Georgia.
Facts. Yeah.
Potentially good enough to get in the SEC championship. Just sort of depends on the results of the Bama game or like tiebreakers.
It'll be good enough to get into the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Georgia would probably be 11-1. I think the one game that could trip them up is going to be the Bama game. It's if you were in Athens, I'd say you got a better shot, but you're going to be in Brian Day to save
Yes.
So
yes, Bama and Ole Miss are really the two games to have circled.
Next year. I don't know why. I don't think they're going. I think they're going to regress a little bit. Genuinely.
No, that's very fair. I'm not really all that high on Ole Miss either. They've lost quite a bit of talent on their own as well.
Sure, you got Trinidad Chambliss back, and what else?
Yeah, Trinidad Chambliss. He just carved us up in both games. I mean, we just couldn't stop him. I mean,
I think
he was just running around and just creating, making plays. I mean, yes. Why I'm worried about playing Ole Miss? We got to go up against Trinidad Chambliss again. So.
Going into Oxford, that could be a brawl, a big time brawl, probably game of the week, I imagine.
Last year that Ole Miss regular season game, that was the Fire Schumann game. I think that was when pretty much every Georgia fan was ready to jump on the Fire Schumann. Of course, I was ready to fire Schumann after last season. I sort of started the whole fire hashtag fire Schumann. Then we finally got Lou on board with it. It was really that Ole Miss game. I mean, and of course the Tennessee game. I mean, if we would have lost, it would have been because of the defense. And I mean, then of course we lost because of defense in this one. I think that 34 points. I mean that that should have been enough to win the game. I mean,
ideally speaking, 34 points should be enough to win the game if your defense is actually doing something.
Well, now y'all are on the fire Mike Bobo train.
Yeah, and then with Schumann, I mean all the noise around Schumann did really quiet down. Our defense played really good in those last few games, and it's like Texas, Georgia Tech, Alabama, where we were just shutting those teams down. So we're like, all right, yeah, I guess we can keep Schumann, and then we regressed again in the playoff game. So.
Well, can't win them all. That's the way I see it.
I mean, you can. You just, you're from
can't.
Tennessee, and you just don't.
Okay, but why us specifically? We at least won 8 games. You could have you could have used that to point fun at UMass. Why us specifically?
Pointing fun at UMass
Why
is
not?
like poking fun at the nerd with his head still in the toilet. So
that's
I don't want to do
like
that.
poking fun at the nerd when they're inside of the toilet and you can't see them anymore. They're so far down deep in the toilet, there's never any escape for them. They're down in the pipes. They're down in the sewers.
So
with the
basically,
freaking
it's
Teenage
like a
Mutant
nerd
Ninja
was
Turtle.
dead because his face never got out of the toilet and he drowned.
to some extent, probably somewhere around that range. Yeah, I guess you could say. Wishing Tennessee luck in the NCAA basketball tournament, of course, every day of the week. I'm wishing Tennessee good luck when I wake up out of bed. Red's still pissed at the Ohio State basketball team. Always. Same thing. He wakes up out of bed pissed at Ohio State. There you go.
I get up, take a shit, get out of bed, be pissed off at Ohio State.
There you go. There you go. That's all there is to it.
Because you're not a fan unless you're angry about your team at least once a day.
Oh, yeah, I feel that. Well, we're about to call it wraps over here on the FBS Report, but of course, we do this with everybody, and this is something I've recorded for every guest that we've had on here. But now that you've done your prediction for Georgia, I want to know your prediction on his team, Ohio State, and of course, my own Tennessee. And I guess we got to go through the schedule.
Yeah, let's look at the schedule again. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's hard to say just just from the brain without even knowing what their schedule is.
I think I do remember Ohio State's schedule being pretty hard, but
yeah, there's one game
so
in particular I'm not looking forward to.
One? There should be multiple.
Well, there's one I'm not looking forward to, especially.
You got yourself a bit of a gauntlet, but
yeah.
There you go. So Ohio State's schedule here up on the screen. They've got Ball State to start out the year. I mean, of course, they're losing that one. Come on. But then they got to go on the road to play Texas, and that one is going to be brutal. That one is going to be absolutely brutal.
We'll win. We'll be fine.
Stop.
We'll be fine.
But you got then you get Kent State. Then Illinois at home, Iowa on the road.
Yeah, you'll beat Iowa.
Yeah. Then Maryland at home. They can't win a game past October past September. That's illegal. And then look at this bad boy.
That's the one I'm worried about.
That's a loss. Yeah.
Indiana on the road.
Yeah, that's a loss.
Then they get USC on the road as well.
Should be able to beat them. Yeah.
Then Oregon at home.
You might lose that one.
What?
Yeah.
No, we won't. I can buy the Texas argument. I could buy the Indiana. Don't be telling me that Oregon's going to beat the Buckeyes in Columbus. No,
okay,
not happening.
All right. You'll beat Northwestern Nebraska, and then I mean you should beat Michigan. So looks like 10-2. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So he votes. VikTube votes 10-2 for Ohio State. I think we've had that's been the general consensus for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, but the more I think about it, the more I think 12-0 is becoming more likely, in my opinion.
All right, buddy. Boy, you're living in your own realm, ain't you?
Okay, 11-1. 11-1. I'll be realistic here.
Okay. Okay. So now some pattern recognition here. Let's see. So 2022, y'all went 10-2, right? And then 2023, y'all went 8-4.
Yep.
And and then in 2024, y'all went 10-2. 2025, y'all went 8-4. Yeah, do you see where I'm going with this? So if it continues like that, y'all should go 10-2. But
it's a seesaw thing.
Well, here's the thing worth noting. Yes, we no longer have our yearly loss against Georgia. Big plus. Now we do host some very difficult games here. Texas at home, Alabama at home, LSU at home late in the season. Those are going to be some tough games. We also got to go into College Station and play A&M late in the year. We've got to go to Georgia Tech to start our non-con play, or at least our Power 4 play, our second game of the year. And then, there's some toughies in between there. Arkansas is beating us in Fayetteville for however many times in a row. South Carolina and Columbia, who knows how that one could pan out. Vandy in Nashville at the end of the season. They've suddenly garnered a pulse. It's up in the air at this point, Vic, so I'll leave it up to you. But if you think pattern recognition is continuing, then be my guest.
Don't forget about Furman. Furman can sneak up on you.
Oh, yeah, Furman play at the
No, this looks like 8-4 again. Yeah. Yeah, maybe next year y'all can go 10-2. We'll see. But
breaking the pattern.
You don't even need to see. You don't even need to give like a game by game sort of thing. Just you see.
No, it's like, okay, I'll say y'all lose to Texas, Alabama, Texas A&M, and LSU. Yeah.
Boo! You stink!
How I've missed you. All right. Well. So I think other than Splat Shoes, that makes it now everybody has said Tennessee is going 8-4. I'm not surprised.
There are 3 guarantees in life: death, taxes, 8-4 Tennessee.
I guess so, because that's where everybody thinks we're going now. That's just part of our record, apparently.
Well, you're not just going 8-4, you're going back to the Music Shitty Bowl, buddy. Let's go.
Yep,
Woo!
probably. Yeah.
Can Auburn go ahead
Yay.
and go? Can Auburn go ahead and go 6-6 so that they get in ahead of us? That would be wonderful.
Nah, that's too good for Auburn. Nah.
Yeah, the Music City Bowl. What about the Duke's Mayo Bowl? Yeah.
No, that's way too.
Or
prestigious for them.
the Gator Bowl, or yeah.
No,
Where
knowing
the
them,
fuck
they're
are they
going
even gonna
to
play
knowing
the
them, they're
Gator
going to
Bowl?
find a way to lose to some. No, you know what's going to happen? They're going to lose to like South Florida. They're going to lose to Golish's former team in the Xbox Bowl. It's going to be something like that.
Yeah. Xbox Live.
You're gonna have Master Chief Teabag and the fucking volunteer
Yeah,
mascot.
I am a Xbox Live.
Way to remind me that my other channel still exists.
I am a.
It still exists, guys. My
I
other
am
channel still
a-
exists.
Subscribe to the Forgotten Squidtard.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you did the steel
Squidtard
pipe,
Forgotten.
Xbox Live, Taco Bell. Yeah. I am a bound.
Oh my god.
I am a bound.
Yeah, come on. Pop Tart Bowl's way too prestigious for the bar. And if we're thinking of
Squidtard the
places that don't
Forgotten.
go.
Sounds like some medieval title for some poor fucker. What happened to Billy? Oh, we left him in Nuremberg. Oh fuck. Well, he's the Forgotten now.
Yeah, he got a bit. Yeah, he got thrown to the wastelands by Squidtard the Forgotten. Okay. Oh, damn. All right. Well, R.I.P.
What would be my medieval name, Squid? And then we can do one for VikTube.
I'll have to think about you for a second.
What
Yeah,
about
yeah, I don't know. VikTubius. I don't know.
Victubius Maximus.
VikTubius Productious. I don't know.
Victubius Productious. I didn't realize we were gonna get Roman in here. It's not bad. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, for Red, I could absolutely see him being like the head of some medieval empire, and he's just everybody goes to him and he's like, "Almighty Lord, dipshit buck nugget, what must you say?" Yeah, so it's gonna be something like that. Yeah.
My lords and ladies, fuck all of you and pay your taxes now. And give me my mead.
Well, my toilet has to pay my taxes, so we got to get on out of here, fellas. Vic, very glad to have you on. Good sir.
Thanks for having me on, Squid and I'm in Red. This was fun. I hope y'all have me on again sometime. But,
Absolutely.
Of course. We'll be sure to give you a call when that time comes. Victor, thank you again, good sir.
Power to Tardaria.
This guy gets it. Thank you very much, Vic. You take it easy, brother. Says you. Where's your catchphrase? What even is it? Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Catchphrase is I don't have one, Squid.
Yeah, we're 100. We're over 100 days into this show, Red, and you still don't have one. You're like, come on, man. You get say something. To remind the people to pay their taxes. It's about that time, ain't it?
Okay.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, thank you all for being on for another grand episode of the FBS Report. You guys take it easy. Love y'all. Y'all take care. And of course, as always, power to Tardaria, and we'll see y'all next time.
Lord Red of the land of Ohio commands ye, pay your taxes or suffer by my sword. Good night, everybody.